Hi, YouTube family. Welcome. If you're new, my Texas Beach Mom or Mama Robin, whichever you prefer, but welcome. Everybody's welcome. It's an unusual video for me to do today. I just thought I would just talk about life for a quick second. My daughter got a hold of me. I have a daughter that lives in Austin, and she got a hold of me. And she was like, Mom, I was wanting to come see you next month, but my car is doing this and this and this, and it's making this sound, and it's, she's talking about her car. And she's like, I don't know what it is. It's probably going to be expensive, yada, 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 so forth and so on. And I was like, unfortunately, cars are. They're very expensive. And I said, and since it's in the rear end, I would save my money. I would definitely save my money. I'd be saving my pennies now. So she goes to the mechanics. And after she leaves, she's on the way to mechanics. And the car is perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. It's not doing any of the things that she said. And she goes, so she calls me up again and she goes, of course. It's been giving me trouble for the last 3 or 4 days now. I'm on my way to the mechanics. And of course, driving great, not giving me any problems at all. And I said, yeah. I said, that's normal. I said, because cars and kids are alike. And she goes, what do you mean cars and kids are alike? I said, I cannot tell you the number of times one of you kids have been sick, like you've been coughing, sneezing, vomiting, diarrhea, dying. Oh, Mom. Y'all sound like you're dying. Like, just, oh my God, you're dying. And I said, so what would happen is, at first, assuming it was just a cold, I would give you Tylenol or whatever. And then when you got worse, I'd be like, okay, it's time to go to the doctor. So I'd make an appointment, or if I couldn't get in right away and I thought it was getting really bad, I'd take y'all to a walk-in clinic. And I said, all the way to the doctors, I'd be coughing, sneezing, vomiting, dying. Mom. I said, and the moment we would get to the doctor's office, all the symptoms would go away. You'd be bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. You'd be dancing around. And get in to see the doctor. And the doctor would take a look at the kid, do a little bit of an exam, and say, ma'am, Robin, Miss Smith, there's nothing wrong with this child. Not a thing. Because like I said, you went from death's door to bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, chipper, rosy cheeks, everything. Give me a lollipop, and then he would look at me like I was crazy. Like I had a screw loose and be like, ma'am, Robin, Mrs. Smith. You're just being a little overprotective. You need to chill out. You need to slow down. You're being a little protective. Those kids are fine. Your daughter's fine. And I'd be like, son of a bitch. So about halfway up to the car, you'd all be dead. Oh, Mom! Coughing, sneezing, carrying on, sick. Practically dying all the way out to the car. I would take you back in sometimes. And then as soon as we got back inside, the minute we were back inside, chipper, rosy-cheeked, just perfectly fine. And I said, and cars do the same thing. Cars will spit, sputter, cough, break down, die, do everything wrong. Brakes don't work, nothing works, lights, nothing works. And the moment you pull in the mechanic, they take a look at the car, they give it a little bit of a checkup. They drive it around the block, around the parking lot, whatever, and they go back, ma'am, your car is just fine. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know why you brought it to me. That's going to be $700,000 for bringing it in. Have a nice day. Then you get in that bitch and you're driving it home, and sure as shit, it dies in the middle of an intersection. You got a semi trying to hit his brakes. You're trying to start the damn car. It finally starts, putters across the intersection, gets you home barely. So you call the mechanic back and they go, all right, go ahead and bring it in. You take it back up there, it sputters, dies. You get back to the mechanic and the mechanic goes, nope, nothing wrong with it. Because it's just fine at the mechanics. I said, so cars and kids do the same thing. Y'all kids would be horrible on death's door, ready to freaking die. I would take you into the doctor's office and I'd be damned if y'all wouldn't be healthy. Be damned. Cars do the same thing. I said, so it never fails. I said, I even had a dog once that used to do the same thing to me. Dog would be sick. Well, dog dying. Take the dog to the vet and he'd be fine. On the way home, he'd be dying again. I'd be like, good God damn, this is not my day. So yeah, that's just life. That's what I told her. Now, needless to say, there was something minorly wrong with it. They fixed it for $30. She didn't really even have the $30 on her. This place lets her pay on Friday. You know, when I was younger and had a car, I could have not have found a place to do that for me to save my life. But she showed up, they looked it over, fixed whatever it was, told her it'd be $30, and she said, well, I told you when I called you I didn't have any money to fix it today. I just wanted you to look it over, tell me what I was going to have to spend later. And they were like, don't worry about it, we've already fixed it. And I topped off your fluids and aired up your tires. $30 and you can pay me Friday. But yeah, I told her that. Cards and kids are like, 1 minute they're dying, you get them into the doctor's office and they're fine. They're chipper. They're bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, they're happy. And then as soon as you get out the door, they're dying again. Mom. Life. That's all I got.